Let's get ready to rumble. Who are you? Or
and the mythical pound-for-pound title. But who's going to win? Tonight, Sergey Kovalev's rise to boxing stardom has been nothing short of meteoric.
This guy is a mean fighter.
The most sinister presence in the ring, a pulverizing puncher. The Crusher has become the dominant force in the light heavyweight division, dispatching 26 of his 30 foes by knockout, and also outshining one of the ring's greatest legends, Bernard Hopkins.
Kovalev hammering Bernard Hopkins from pillar to post.
Andre Ward is the last American man to have won Olympic boxing gold. The former longtime 168-pound champion and Oakland native has made his name with slick defense and surgical counterattacks.
Quick left hook inside. Ward believes he's got him hurt.
And where two great fighters are about as evenly matched as you can get. Sergey Kovalev versus Andre Ward for the chance to become boxing's man of the moment.
Age advantage animated through
25 pounds. This world undefeated Andre S. consisting of 30 victories. Of the world, Tommy Gaspadai, Sergey Kovalev.
Unbeaten fighters from the top 10 of the pound-for-pound
To overcome Kovalev.
Kovalev wants to be sure not to overreach early. Quick right hand lands for Ward.
Makes it such that Andre has to walk a tightrope.
Stiff
There you see him hurt by a jab.
Powerful jabs in boxing, Max.
Ward not.
But you know, Max, sometimes when a guy feels power,
Hard right hand by. So far, with 30 seconds to go, Ward has forced Kovalev.
Ward way in.
It's dangerous inside of it, though, than right in punching range.
guys exchange jabs actually, but Kovalev's jabs seem to have a lot more effect on Andre than
done it that recently. And Harold Letterman unofficially gives.
Watch your feet, watch your feet.
he locked Andre up so Andre couldn't punch either. Good jab by Andre.
Kovalev's power is the great equalizer.
Use it, use it, use it.
Left hand lands for Kovalev. And again. Ward shaking his head, but Kovalev for Kovalev. Left jab. Ward is having trouble defending against.
Well, when the left jab lands like a straight right hand, in this fight, and it's wet down on points.
Oh! Down goes Ward on a perfect right hand shot. That's only the second time in Andre Ward's career that he's been knocked out. And never has he tasted the
Point.
Kovalev wants to finish. He's going to go for it right now.
Kovalev's accuracy.
I was going to try to slip the jab and counter, and he just beat him to the punch, and it really was a
Knocking Ward down.
good punch, a good straight right hand.
Not a long way to go.
Ward was 0 for 4. And Ward is doing.
And what I mean by that is he's not allowing Andre to fight him at that distance where everybody else usually allows Andre to fight.
He looks like the more confident fighter.
I don't mean in this fight.
Let's open the microphone that Virgil Hunter is wearing in Ward's corner and see if we can find out what Virgil is trying to say to Ward.
Shot like that
Won the second. It was a 2-point round.
Step right there in front of Kovalev.
in that instance.
Does that mean they've already given up on winning a decision? Probably not. Jim, I got a 3 should be seeing. And that's why you don't see Andre Ward back up that often.
He's making Kovalev's earning it.
And Floyd Mayweather is the best at it. And that's what Virgil.
The shot the way he wants to yet, but that may be coming.
Ward
The other good thing we know is we know that we fed him would be his chin.
ending with championship.
That early in the fight, Kovalev would have the edge.
When he gets inside,
Is that it's a chess match going on. Ward wants to fight in there. Kovalev doesn't want to allow him to fight in there. So they're having a smartness and timing with the Andre leading hook. He blocks it with that stiff jab and throws Andre's hook off just a little bit and gave him enough time that the hook didn't land flush on
This position ever as a professional. Down on the cards, you have to imagine having been hurt in the last round. straight punches, especially
Perfectly content to coast to a boxing win the rest of the way.
Good
Ward
jab
lands a
by
good
Ward.
straight jab.
And one mistake that Kovalev, instead of cutting the ring off, like right there, he's following him instead of
doubt in Kovalev's mind. He's landed some good
That are easy to see landing. That's
putting him on. So
trying to regain control with the jab.
change everything.
yeah, but same thing with
We just have yet to see that. Although slowly, really asserts himself in this round.
Ward with his jab in the first few rounds, the last rounds.
Ward. This is the place that Ward, a very smart move by Kovalev. As is that turning southpaw, he's very susceptible.
That Kovalev,
Oh,
any
that was a
moment,
good right hand by Kovalev.
can do that in really 2 consecutive rounds, and I think he's putting
This round.
On the defensive, but he's very explosive when he does attack. Oh,
there's also the psychological interest to think that Kovalev is doing maybe a little
Plenty.
good body shot by Ward.
Another good body shot by Ward.
Yeah, looping right hand on Andre Ward. Right there was kind of a straight right when Andre came in to it. But the second one they land right here on the ear. Boom, Andre pulls his hand right up to his ear, right there, like it may have hurt.
The shots that are winning the rounds. Back it up. I don't think he's backing up.
Like it's that easy, huh?
I mean, look, they're the same, just that Ward moved up, but I do think that's a way you can state this.
You can. It's a big punch against a...
Here in round number 7.
Kovalev just looks the bigger and the stronger of the two.
Stronger, Max, because there's a...
Jab by Ward.
Oh, another good jab by Kovalev is not really comfortable at. That's why he wants to fight right here.
Ward dug a...
The signal for Ward to attack up close.
But we are...
And he's hit Kovalev with some very good stiff jabs this round.
The texture of the fight has changed significantly.
Very
Different Andre
heavy-handed.
Ward talking to the fighters, trying to keep things on an even keel. Inside Kovalev's arms, Ward coming in.
And there's jab from Kovalev. You have to be careful.
Before the round ends.
Land a good pump, then a jab, boom, right down the middle. Good feint, then a boom, another good jab right. This works, so let me try it. And then he goes boom with his own straight left hand.
Let's see what happens in the... Kovalev is also a thoroughbred. And he
Has come out throwing in this round.
He can Kovalev, and that
Arms and land room for him to do so. Mentioned that Kovalev was happy to go ahead. Bernard Hopkins in a fight never had a knockout past the 8th round.
more frequently and a little bit more.
See what he can do.
And Andre was pushing the issue more, being more like Andre at that close. But it's obvious that these judges...
In the Darlitz Perez-Maurice Hooker fight.
Sergey. Good jab by Sergey.
That's the timing.
Ward.
And a right hand that he knifed to the body under.
Really trying to beat wear Kovalev down for the later part of the fight.
Our big shot. Ward gets him out.
All right, here we go.
His great ability.
Get off his neck.
Dominated early. Andre Ward has turned this into an even fight.
And at this point, we're coming to a dangerous point for Kovalev.
Kovalev just landed.
Class tells over Andre's championship pedigree is showing up, but again, Kovalev's power can change at any time.
Kovalev looks like he's speaking.
Now Ward trying to get to the...
Yeah, I think they're taking a look, or have the velocity on them that they had on in the early. Yeah, his punches don't have the velocity on them that they had early in the rounds.
But hardly noticeable at times.
I see Roger.
Both landed jabs. Andre's...
There you go.
This is the best place in the fight.
Andre Ward trying to close down the distance on the scorecards. Kovalev comes back with a solid shot. Toward being a great fight.
Yes, what he had to overreaching greatness.
You're watching greatness anyway, man.
Don't often get to see real great.
Kovalev wants to answer back. Could create an opportunity for Ward.
Good combination by
Great
Kovalev.
combination. In the fight now as we come to round number 10.
Ward-Sergey Kovalev. Jim, watch him, and he gets hit by real good shots, and it's the 3.
Have to agree to this. Andre Ward won that last round.
In the fight because now he's comfortable and he knows how to do things.
We go down the stretch. Yep, that moment went to Kovalev. And there's another one at this point. And they know Virgil Hunter say to Andre Ward,
The bad thing is that Ward's explosive punches are much more explosive right now than Kovalev's explosive punches. The heavy hands are what hurt Ward early, but I punished on
Kovalev.
Yeah.
both fighters are focused on winning.
Hard right hand by Kovalev. Left hook by Ward. They keep trading big shots.
Yeah, they do.
Tested on this level, a great fighter can win this fight. Who is the greater fighter?
Oh, good jab by both fighters.
The thing about Kovalev is while you're showboating him like a bolo punch, he's throwing the jab. Hard rode that back mostly, but it did land.
Yeah, Kovalev missed Ward with that. A good jab.
Part is unofficial, and judges often disagree with it.
Others that could have.
It's every second, or so it would appear.
I think Virgil Hunter started making things uncomfortable for Kovalev. Kovalev would start.
Kovalev has responded great, Max.
Kovalev has shown championship. Sergey, my number one thought going into the fight is don't lose your mind. Get frustrated. Keep.
Right hand is keeping Andre on. Really go to that left hook upstairs.
Good
that
shot.
He's always been Andre's money punch is the left hook upstairs.
Oh, good shot. Kovalev dead tired now. He has to cut.
It hasn't lost this round yet.
Yeah, frustrated and tired.
Go.
Oh, good.
Kovalev keeps coming though.
Andre, Tommy Hearns, and that was that.
Oh, good hook by Ward. They just exchanged a good left hand right there. Oh, good.
Andre Ward believes he needs to risk a knockout to win this fight. That's a terrible risk to take against Kovalev, but he may feel that way.
Oh, good hook by Kovalev. Kovalev not giving no ground here, sir. Showing that he's
Ward's power. And
well, I think
Ward has landed.
Body puncher, but Kovalev. I just won for fast pace.
oh, good body shot.
And Ward backs up.
I think he. Oh, that's low blow.
Ward's perfect perfection.
I'm just telling y'all, I'm glad to see they gave us the best fight that boxing has had in quite some time.
Tremendous fight.
New unified light heavyweight.
Late in the fight.